start this. We're gonna start this like this. Okay. 1/8 pound. 2 pounds. All I need to do is start fishing. Crap, I forgot to set that. I got it set. I'm about right depth. That sucks. I didn't even notice. Usually the bar turns green or something. I forgot. I've been fishing with this and so darn long I forgot. But basically I have to wash the cork. What we want to do is we want to keep buying worms. Not worms, flies. If you watch on the far right, you'll notice that there's a cork. The cork will move up and down. But I had forgotten about that. I haven't fished like this in a while. Okay, there we go. And small fries can be easily gotten. I've never seen a fishing line that's less than a pound. I've seen 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 20. Let's get this darn XP going. That way we can get some discounts. I need a bigger cork is what I need. noticed I'm playing with a drag. Every so often I'll up the drag. This isn't really hard to darn do. What you're basically watching at this point in time is basically just me farting it all around, trying to build up my level so I can get store discounts. Since I don't like ice fishing, I'm just gonna avoid the ice fishing, thing here, the auger. I'm gonna do 1 point to strength. I'm gonna do to here. I'm not gonna do the boats for now. I'm gonna basically try to get my levels up. Because that's the only one darn thing you need to remember is you need money. You need to be able to save as much as you can. Looks like they're just coming right at me. Yeah, I've got it on normal. No wonder that sucker was coming at me. He ain't worth a crap. Buy some flies. The flies will get you by for quite a while. The next ones you can get over for is maggots. The maggots are a little bit more valuable. At least later on they are. About like $1. But maggots, maggots have the ability or the benefit of, if you'll notice, like you get like chud, the carp here, never heard that one, the sturgeon, the rooster fish, and the zinder. This is basically what fish this lure or this bait is best attractive for. And the flies are pretty darn attractive for just about everything, but there's a few things like this mirror carp right here. The maggots are much better at catching more variety of things. And like this here, this ain't gonna go for anything out here in this lake. Like no trout will go after the peas. They won't go after the bread either. But they'll go after the cut bait, which is $4 a piece, which is good and all, but I usually just tend to stick with the maggots. Once I unlock or up my my, how do I say it? Once I update or get enough money in to buy and afford maggots on a regular basis, I just stick with maggots. Love that. Another thing too is you can get a pretty good longevity out of reels, well not reels, out of your rods versus your reels. You don't need a super strong rod for this kind of fishing here, because as far as I know they don't break unless you have them like maybe realistic. They might break, but I doubt it. Sucker is so darn weak he won't even pull the drag on this one. And so that's another thing I wish that they would have done with this game. I wish that the drags were better. Love that. Small as crap. Only thing I could get was some money. Couldn't get no XP for it. Let's try over here. I probably should change that cork to something a little bit better where I can actually see it better on that display. And that's another little tip. You're lucky that you got that little window on the right where you can actually see it, because in game it's really difficult to see it. One XP or $6. Let's go $6. If it was a little bit more points, we'd be fine, but it kind of sucks. Alright, let's see. We've got $148. $38. And here's another little thing about this. If you'll notice, you'll see 8, 4, and 1. Okay, these are basically the hook sizes that you get when you buy this. When you buy this, you're basically getting 3 lures: an 8, a 4, and a 1. The 1 will go up to 115 pounds, while 8 will allow you to catch fish at 0 all the way up to like, I think like 7 or 8 pounds, 10 pounds, something like that. But it all depends on what kind of lures you want to run. See, for example, this one here will go from 0 to 15.8. Yeah, I know 15.88, but I haven't seen a 15.88. I've seen 15s and stuff like that and bigger. Spoons, they start off at 0 all the way up to 48 pounds. And there's this one. And if you'll notice, rainbow trout, brown trout, brook trout, bull trout, cutthroat trout, white fish, these are all here in this pond or this lake or whatever they want to call this little hole. And you can catch these fish. And see, here's what's cool. Other than that, if you don't want to buy a bunch of bait all the time, you can go the spinner, for example, it's 38, or you can go the spoon route, or you can go, let's see, no, that ain't it. Where is it? Oh, they might not have it. But you can go the soft bait route, and that will do brown trout, let's see, rainbow trout, brown trout, brook trout, cutthroat. Yeah. Let's see. We're trying to find whatever will give us the most. Hey now, I've already got one of these. Boop, boop. There we go. Let's step it down to an 8. Equip. And what's good about using lures and things like that is you have to watch, you have to play with it. Like, for example, like if you notice, I reel and I stop, I reel and I stop. It's because you notice in that bottom right, there's a Just come out of nowhere. Pretty good size one too. Tighten up. Get in a defensive state. Set the drag. There we go. Just hold on. But now you can see what's fun about what's so much fun about using lures. It's easy to set out multiple lines. Like, for example, once you learn or get the ability where you can put out multiple rods and afford it, that's what I do. I put out about 3 rods. I got it in a 3-rod holder, and each one of them has got what you call on it, a bite indicator on it. Electronic one, mind you, because the electronic one, what's good about it is it makes noise, which who gives a crap about that? I don't care if it was like really low noise, but it allows you to see by flashing a red light which rod is actually going off, or which rod is got a lure on it, or not lure on it, but a fish on it. And here's another thing too. If you'll notice, I'm letting it drop. The reason it is because I'm trying to get as much depth as possible. It's at the surface now, but see, some of these fish you'll see are below me. They're what you refer to as a bottom feeder. I think it's just barbots, ball bots, something like that. Never heard of that fish. Must not be in the United States. But this is what's so darn fun about using a fishing rod like this. Bam. Whoops. Had the drag set a little too high. There we go. 33 should be more than sufficient. I had it at 66 and I forgot to reset my drag. And that's another thing about this game that kind of sucks. If you don't have your drag set right when you first start reeling and you forget, like I just did, to reset it, when you go to set the dang hook, you saw it pegged out on a little bitty fish. I mean, it's 12 pounds for a pumpkin seed. But I'm trying to get my levels up. And by changing your speed, you'll notice that, for example, a straight becomes a straight slow. It becomes a straight. Oh, shoot. So what I got on there? Ooh, we got a rainbow trout. Come on, hold it. Hold it. But see, that's what's so fun about fishing like this. They'll surprise the hell out of you. I know a lot of folks would rather just throw something out there and just sit there and wait, but there's something fun about fooling a fish and having them strike it while when it's running. And yeah, I know these aren't big fish, but I ain't got the line, and I definitely ain't got the reel for a big fish. For example, when I go to spinning reel, one of my favorites to run is this one right here. But you see how expensive it is. It's a level 4, but it's that expensive. Now, you'll notice it says drag precision. Now, what's good about having a drag precision is it allows you to more incrementally fine tune your adjustment for your drag. Where you'll see mine says 33, 66, and 100. This one will go, well, let me use a different one for this reference because it's a lot easier. Like this one. It's a 4 out of 10. Well, that's going to be 4, what is it, 4 tenths? That'd be basically 25, 50, 75, and 100. So it gives you incremental, much more fine-tuned adjustments. Now I wish to God that they had one that was a level 10 that wasn't, this high up. Like just about all their level 10s. Like I wish they had like a level 10, like 10, 20 pound, if that, reel. Because the durability, I don't understand what the hell the durability means. They never explain it. Even if you look online, you don't know what it is. So I'm assuming if you were to catch something really big, it could, if you're on hardcore or something like that, it would break the reel off or something. I'm assuming. I'm assuming. I don't know if they went into full detail like that. Like for example, this rod here is good to right at 5 pounds. Well, I guess if I caught something that exceeded it, it would break that rod. Maybe, I don't know. That's a good all-around rod. The ones I've used and I sport more than anything is this one right here. And it's because, not because of durability, but because of length. You notice that the rods that are all around it are all shorter. And if they're doing it by like in real life kind of stuff, then what will happen is if you got a longer rod, you'll be able to more easily throw it farther. I don't know if that is the case in this game or not, but I can throw like 170 something feet on here, which I'm not 100% sure what it is in metric, but I ain't got those rods yet. And see, I'm like 120 feet? 117. Oh yeah, we need to slow it down. Slow it down, baby. Slow it down. Bam! And you saw that I pegged out because I forgot to turn the darn drag down again. Like I always tell you, like I keep telling you, learn to master the drag. Learn to master your drag because that's your number one friend in this game. A lot of people out there don't want to lose a fish, but trust me, when you learn how to work with a drag, it is so much more fun than putting the heaviest, like some saltwater line on there that's 200 and something pound test and won't break no matter what fish you just about put on there, and just come out here and go fishing with it. It's way more fun to earn it, to earn these, battles than it is to have them handed to you. Like I said, once you learn how to master the drag, that's the reason I was telling another guy. That one's going in the thing at 65, but uh, what was I saying? But get you a good reel, get you some decent line. I probably wouldn't go above like 10, 20 pounds. Get you a good reel that's really, really, really fine-tuned adjustable. Something like an 8 or a 10. And just throw out, just use lures. It's way more fun. It is truly fun, and I think this game is like 10 or 20 bucks now. Well, yep, yeah, we got one. Small fry. Yep. Yep, you a small fry. Even though you would have broke this little 1 pound test line, which I've never seen in my life. Never seen fishing line in a pound. But here's the darn kicker to this. Get used to the retrieve. Now you can do straight, which is what I'm doing. Then there's the up and down, which I don't know how to do. If you screw up a throw, it's simple to recover. All you gotta do is press the Q key, and you're done. Let's turn that drag off. And if you look in the bottom right, you'll also notice there's a depth gauge. I'll reel it up to an extent, and then I'll let it drop. Yep, you hit it. It ain't that big. But eventually, hopefully, by the end of our video, I'll have this sucker set up. And see, here's another thing too about this game. There's braided line, then there's monofilament line on here. There's no fluorocarbon. Yeah, I had to remember what it's called. I keep wanting to call it chlorofarbon, but it's fluorocarbon. Little small fry. Little small fry. There we go. Toss you out. Let's see if my friend's playing. Nope, he's not playing. Let's pull that up. Have it already set just in case they decide to. There is one already on. Little turd. He hit so darn fast and so darn quietly, I didn't even know. He's gonna be a really, really small fry. I might as well sell him. He ain't worth a crap. Damn it. Fell off the rock. Let's try over here again. I'm not even going to go for the hunter's sight or whatever they call it just yet. Like I said, I'm just going to spend points to try and just lower costs. Lower costs, lower costs, lower costs. Because rods, reels, everything is expensive on here. The fishing line is expensive. And take you a little while to recover the price of things, but like I said before, I'm going to stick with this rod for a little while. It's only 20 something feet away. Let's try over here. So how far away is that? 103 feet. And there's a bar gut or bar bot or bar, whatever you say it. I'm pressing the C key only to sit there and get an idea of how deep I am. Bam! You'll notice that one of the main reasons I stopped retrieving is because of just what you saw. If you continue to reel in, it seems to be less effective if you reel in and stop. If you reel in and stop every so often, there's a green, a yellow, and an orange. I'm assuming when it gets to orange, it's going to be less effective, is what I assume. Now, in real life, like with a spinner or something like that, you'd want to keep it going. Because that's how the fish gets what do you call it, attracted. Let's get this run up. Bam. Bam. And see, for some reason, it's automatically upping my retrieve speed whenever when I get a darn hook set. I usually like to keep it kind of low. Let's let it fall. Yep, let's let it fall. Get down to about 3 or 4 feet, maybe 5. Let's adjust the drag so that when we get her set in there hook, it don't just snatch the darn thing right out of his mouth. That or break the line instantly. I'd rather take the darn line a little bit. Bam! Da, da, da. Yep, you're a small fry, so you ain't taking no line with you. Yeah, I know it's kind of boring. or as my friend sits there and says, boring. He sitting there and says the first, after you play a couple of our minutes, you get it's the same thing over and over again. Well, it's like I told him. I said, I like fishing. Bam. Pull it up. Let the rod do the work. And if you think about the rod as a spring, if you'll notice it, when I have the rod up, if I actually have the drag set correctly, the rod will take and absorb a lot of the energy from the fish. So the fish will stop fighting. Yeah, this works really well at like small fish and stuff like that. It works better on bigger fish, but the thing is, you better have a good rod for the big fish. You better have a good reel. A very, very good, very, very fine-tuned adjusting reel. Like I said, if I could, I'd go for like a lightweight reel on here. I did our victory pose. We're gonna sell that one. We need the money. The 60 something bucks is a pretty good chunk of change. $117. And so a lot of folks, from what I can tell, just like to throw and catch. Oh, we got one. Come on, come on, come on. Fight, you little turd. Fight. Fight. Come on, fight. Fight. Take that drag. Oops. I stopped your drag. Now you ain't taking nothing. Now you're just fighting the rod. Now you're fighting me. As he gets closer, I'm going to drop the rod. Oh, never mind. 9 pounds. Okay, we're at 4. We're at level 4 now. Yeah, skills. Let's see, we're going to do a bonus to XP. And we want to get levels faster. Whoops, we're going too fast. If you reel, and see, the thing is, if you reel too fast, you'll stay too shallow. Thing is, you need to get into the strike zone where they're at. Bam. But what I was saying about the rod, if you picture a rod like a spring, the rod will bend, help keep the line taut, the hook set, just like in real life. As it weakens down, gets down in that little black area, that's when you're most likely going to lose them. All you gotta darn do is retrieve the bam, gotcha. Yeah, throw your butt back, but you wasn't worth it. Little pumpkin seed. He's aggressive. He is aggressive. He is aggressive. Come on, little turd. Boop. BE aggressive. Alright, I got a 10% reduction. I can double my strength of my line, which ain't gonna be really much. See what reels I can afford. That's 5. Take all my money for that. Let's see. I can get that. I think what I'll do is I'll just hold off. Yep, I'll just hold off for now. Well, you little pumpkin seed. Little pumpkin seed, little pumpkin head. Good weight, good money. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sell that one because what I'm striving to do is I'm hoping to get this reel here. That's what I'm hoping to do. Once I get that reel, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna catch some more fish. ability to throw farther is it's a novel thing, but it's not a necessity. You can already throw fairly decent distance. Bam. Okay, he ain't taking a line at 33. That's where we'll keep it. Oh, he's taking it now. The 66 is not. Come on, baby. Come on. Got 14 XP for that. And the main reason I target this area over here and to the left is because it's deeper through here than it is through there. And if you notice, there's these five, I meant to say 5 notches. It goes from green to orange. That's your reeling speed. That's how fast you're reeling in. I usually target a lower speed, but some fish want a fast speed. I tend to not do that because whether you're on the second click or the fastest click, it's still going to say straight. It's going to say straight on it. Yep, we're going to sell you. What we're going to do is we're going to get this reel right here. We're going to equip said reel. We're going to hold off on this reel and keep it because we can't sell it or nothing because it's a low end reel. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw this sucker out. And I forgot where I was casting. Don't I feel like an idiot? Get it down in there in that grass area. Retrieve it slowly. Bam. See, now it's at 33.50. And see, if I would have been at, let's say, 67, okay, 66, 67. And some darn times, see, the reason you want a drag that's got a really high level of adjustability is because it may not take 60% to get it to stop retrieving. It might take 40%. But the thing of it is, if you can only do, let's say, like 33, 66, and 100, you know, these like three increments, you ain't gonna be able to stop them without putting excessive amount of drag on there and running the risk of it breaking the line. Like I've caught some big fish. I mean, some big old fish on here, like 30, 40 pounds with like, I think it was like 18 pound, 12 pound test line, something like that. It doesn't need to be extremely high weight. Like I'm catching this stuff with a uh, 2 pound, what you call it? I can catch up to 15 pound with this lure. I should be stressing the hell out of that 1 pound fishing line. It's a miracle that 1 pound line is able to land 9, 10 pound fish. Because usually a 9 or 10 pound fish fights harder than a pound. Just have this sucker already ready to go. Yep, like that. So I had to adjust my drag down, dressing it back up. You see how at 50 it takes it really low, but if I go to 60 it'll break it. You want it to take a little bit of line out. And see what's funny is with this reel, I can have a couple hundred darn feet on this darn reel. And see, he's already tired out. He's tired out. So all I got to do is just slowly retrieve. Let's speed this up. Fast retrieve. Since he's swimming towards me anyway. And so that's another darn thing too. The fish is going to try and get you to screw up right here at the darn end. He's taking line out again. But see, you want to put the heaviest drag on there that you can without breaking the line. See, he's already tired out again. Just like in real life, you've got to learn to master the drag. Yep, gotta learn to master that drag. I got 377 feet. 377. Let's see, he took it out, what, 200 and something? Oh, yeah, I just remembered. Skills, baby. Yep, another 10% knocked off. Level 10 be the last one with that. What we're going to do is at our next level up, we're going to unlock this. Actually, no, we can unlock it now. Because I have bonus points I forgot about. Readjust that drag down. Maybe I should have threw it on a deep water or a bottom reel on here. I think they're a little cheaper. I could be wrong, but I got one of those on a rod. It's a 8 out of 10 on a drag, and I use it for mainly carp fishing and stuff. Carp, catfish, big fish. Oh, no wonder I forgot. Throw it over here. Over here. Over here, Goofy. Over here. Yup. Bam. Hit it. We're going for XP on you because you're just too darn small. Let's see. Let's just not rods, reels. Bottom. Let's see what kind of custom where they look at. That's 7 out of 10. It's $510. 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2. Yeah, those suck. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure about the durability. What the durability is. I'm assuming that's like how much poundage you can take before the darn line breaks or something. Let's see. I probably will. Let's see. What is this? This 5 pound line. That's $156. Let's see. This is green is 14. That's braid. It's 10. 210. Okay, so what I'm gonna probably do is I'm gonna probably get that 10 pound test line, put it on this, and then change my lure to a bigger lure. That way I can catch some bigger fish and earn some more money, or some more money faster. Hell, you almost look like a carp. And see, like this sucker right here is so darn small at 17. At 17 now, it'll stop pulling drag, or pulling line, I should say. He's only 3/10 of a pound. Might as well sell him. Throw the sucker that way. 229 feet. But just, I know it's boring. I'm using the same lure over and over and over again, but it's because you already start with this lure. It's free, so it saves me money. Do 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 do. Bam. Little pipsqueak. Like I said, little pipsqueak. Once I get enough money to get that 5 or 10 pound test line, what I'll do is like I said, I'm gonna adjust the size of this lure so I can catch some bigger fish. That fish is probably similar to like a brim or a bluegill, and it's like what they call a paper mouth. It's just bigger. Bam. If I saw you coming in for it, come on, 50%. And see, like right there, 50% drag stopped them. I didn't need 66%. And what's funny is with an incremental increase, I can re-lower it back down. As soon as they start to take it, I can lock it back down. Here's what my father used to always tell me. Son is not, let's see, how did it go? It is not the standard pull that breaks lines, is that, shit, what do you call it? Is that sudden jolt. Basically, when they first hit the line, or if they thrash it on about and they go from one direction to another, it's that rapid acceleration or deceleration that breaks the line, and mainly rapid acceleration. Mainly, it's what they call a shock load. That's what breaks the line. See, how much was that fishing line? 216. That's 7, 8 pounds. That's 5. And here's another thing too. I don't know if the thickness plays anything into this. I don't know. But in real life, when you got thinner line, you see how this is 10 pounds, and it's like what, 1/1000th of an inch, versus this one, which is 1100th of an inch or something like that. No, it's like 11 thousandths. Let's see, 10 hundred thousandths, 11 thousandths. The other one's 8 thousandths. But But yeah, I'm gonna just upgrade to a 10-pound line. But I'm gonna be targeting fish that are like 15, 20 pounds. You know what? Let's do that. Let's let's be a little bit adventurous. Let's target 15, 16 to 42, not 42, 16 to 48-pound fish. Let's see if we can land one. Probably ain't none in this lake big enough for this, but we'll just give it a try. Reset my iron drag so it's that lower drag. And seeing as I ain't got a message telling me that there ain't no fish in this darn area, ooh, that one's probably big enough. Usually when you change your hooks, they'll change the lure, or not lure, they'll change the fish. So you can at least get some from somewhere. Or I might just have to retrieve just a little bit deeper. Just a little bit deeper. A little bit deeper. A little bit deeper. I have to get back to my darn cork and all. There's usually fish in here. And usually if I can't catch the sucker, if I got a too big a hook, it'll tell me. No lure method, I won't bite, no crap. Ooh, big barbel. Alright. Okay. Since this ain't working, be ready to always adjust. Always gotta be ready to adjust. Change tactics. That's a really small float. That one's much more visible. But here's the darn thing. You notice where it says 2 grams, 4 grams. You need 4 weights. Well, that's gonna be 18 bucks. Because each one of them weights is under other. and it's gonna be £9. Well, it's $8 now, but we're gonna go with a float. Ah, hell, I ain't got the money for the hooks. Hmm. Well, we'll go back to spoon. And we'll go back to the spoon. We'll go back to a level 8. That give me up to 15 pounds. What we'll do is when we'll get a little bit of money. Just enough to afford 2 more weights, a cork, and a hook set. And once we're able to afford the hook set, we'll be in writer's rain. Little turd. Like, I'll bite you, I'll nibble you, I'll get you. Like a little piranha. $3. Well, it's better than nothing. I can throw them back and give me, what, 0? Jack. And see, some fish like a slow retrieve, while some don't. Some want a fast retrieve, some want a standard retrieve, some want an up and down retrieve, which on here I don't know how to darn do. And see, like right there, 33%. Don't worry, buddy. Okay, $62. What we're gonna do is we're gonna buy this set of hooks. We're gonna buy 2 more of these weights. So we get 4. Look at how much money we got. We got $30. We're gonna go on their floats. That costs 46. So that means we gotta catch 1 more fish. The main reason we're changing from this float to this float is because I can more easily see this. In all honesty, I want to go to this one, but I don't want to spend the darn money for the weights. So this is just gonna have to do. I'm not fond of these round ones. I prefer the standing style. Because I've gotten this float here and I've used it, and that thing is huge. I mean huge. It looks like an ostrich egg sitting out there in the darn water. Now get in the strike zone. next video, I'll probably end up doing how to do feeder fishing. Let's go right here. There's 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot. I'm not 100% sure how deep this is. But you know what? Let's let it sit on the floor and let's see where it's at. Okay, on the floor is 14.8 feet. Little turd. That little turd. Here's another little tip. If an area gets overfished, like you ain't getting much hits anymore, kind of like what's going on here, don't be afraid to just back out and come back. Bam. Pull back. Reset. Catching big old, not big fish, but this is like an ultralight rod catching this crap. There we go. I gotta do hooks first. Let's see. 7 to 30 pounds. Let's equip that. 7 to 30 pounds. Not lures. I meant bait. Yep, we're gonna go with flies. 7 to 30 pounds. Let's just see if we can catch anything. But you see how that yellow is just more easily able to be seen? It's got that little attachment or whatever to the darn top, as if to say, "Hey, I'm here. Hey, hey, we're cool. You got me." There we go. I need a reel that allow me to adjust even more. And I've got about 100 and something feet to go. And so that's another thing that kind of sucks about this game is it's kind of limited on what you can use for like fishing reels. Like they got bait casters, they got I can't remember what the round bait casters are called. I guess they're still called bait casters. But they got those. They got these open face spinning reels, but they don't have any closed face spinning reels. They ain't got no bait casters. See, now we're getting into some serious money. And you notice I haven't even changed my rod out. It's not quite at the bottom, but it's pretty darn close. That's another thing too. Wherever you're at, you can adjust. Oh crap, I forgot to adjust my darn cork. That's fine. That's the reason it's leaning to the side and crap. I forgot to up the weights to it. That's fine. Yep, it's fine. Adjust that sucker back down. Gotta get that drag under control. Drag. Drag it, dragging. Drag. Drag. I was leaning off to the side all cockeyed. It's so sad. There we go. I'm gonna hold the turd. Work the drag. I need that darn reel that's got the eight adjustable levels. And see, here's the thing. That sucker is literally right against the bank. If you're out there in one of those other levels, no way in hell you'd be able to get it in. Turn around, you turd. That's right, keep coming. Keep coming. 6 now. Let's see. Let's have an 8. And these are 10. What would I like to do? Let's see. Should we throw it a little farther? Why not? How about we throw it a little bit farther? A little farther never hurt nobody. Oh. But now that I've adjusted or got a new cork, and I've forgotten to do this before, you'll notice it says 2 out of 4 grams. Optimum weight 4 grams. We're going to go to 4 grams. That way the cork, it doesn't lean to the side and crap no more. Let's see just how far do we get. We got 107 feet. We see how the cork is sitting there piled and true straight up? That's what you want. By having the proper cork weight, it also makes it more, more sensitive to strikes and stuff. Or at least the way it is in real life. When it's proper, it works right. Oh, there we go. Alright, and then adjust that back down. Come on, baby, come on. Must be a small fry. Nope. Come on, turn around. Turn around. Turn around. You ain't gonna keep pulling. I ain't gonna have that crap. Bam. Pow. Alright. Let's see what reels we can get now. It's a level 7. We can sell this reel. That's a level 7. That's a level 8. That's an 8, 7. So this is the best one. It's next level up. Precision for the money. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell this. Buy this. And there we go. Now we're going to look at the rods and see what kind of rods we can possibly afford. Can't afford crap at the moment. That's about what, 8 inches right at? Yep. Let's see, where is it? That it? Yeah, that's it. She got a thick backbone on it. Probably go with this one. for a small fish. Not quite at the bottom. It's pretty darn close though. And there we go. There we go. You're on a strip line, I already know. If I go to lock that iron cylinder down, it's going to break the line. Are you a big one? Look at me hit the bank on the other side. Yep, now he's coming right towards me. This reed's got so little slack. But it might. Oh, crap. I forgot I needed a net for big ones. Well, don't I feel like an idiot? Don't worry, I got another net now. You just wait. You just wait. Next time it's going to be your butt. Outlaws bait. Just my reel speed. Boop. Gotcha. Game on. There we go. Stop retrieving. Oh, he's still pulling. There we go. You ain't pulling no more. That one I lost was probably a 200-pound fish. Not 200-pound fish, I meant to say $200 fish. Usually when they're big like that, they're valued like 200 darn bucks. Or close to it. Let's see if I can catch a big one like that again. Oh yeah, I need to readjust the. See, I have to keep reminding myself to adjust my drag. When you go to set that thing, if that drag is way too darn high, it'll snap that line in a heartbeat. Boop. There we go. That's about as high drag as I can put on it and not break it. You're pulling pretty strong for a fish. Come on, come on, come on. Turn back, turn back, turn back. Let's see. How much money I got? I got 224. That's that. 226. Mm, that's 4 pound. Let's go a little bit thicker rod, a little bit better rod. A little bit longer rod. Yeah. And since you get a bigger hook, you basically, how do I say it? When you go to a bigger hook, you won't hook any smaller fish than what that weight is. It'll basically tell you that there's no fish in the area for that size. Come on, turn around. Turn towards me, you turd. There we go. Let's see, rod holders, rod pods. That's 480 for two. That's that for one. Mm. That's one I want to get. And since we're going to focus on not using boats, we won't need this for now. Because I'm not really fond of the boats. see, here's bait indicators, and see here's what sucks. Okay, the rod tips don't move. When you put them on the rod holders, they do not move. So if you put 3 rods on there that have these little bells, you won't know what the hell rod is going on. You won't know which one's going off. So you have to fight trying to figure out which one's going off, which one's not. And see, here's another little kicker. You can do ground baits. Basically, throw out a fishing chum, basically. And here's this one, and then there's this one. But it's mainly for channel cat and carp and stuff like that. It's not going to help you here in this area where we're at. Now that one will, and that one will, but you see how expensive they are. They are expensive. So I just say to hell with it. And if you're going to do something like that, go with feeders. Go with like a feeder like this or like this. Any of these really. And just get you your ground baits because they're a little bit cheaper. Not a hell of a lot cheaper, but a little cheaper. Me personally, I wouldn't want to be throwing this out because see, you gotta remember every time you throw out, it's gonna use ground bait. It's gonna throw out and use ground bait. Throw out and use ground bait. So every cast is gonna be $34. That's the reason with my feeders, I usually just put a weight out. This is just a weight that allows you to fish on the bottom. But I think I'm going to call it a night. I had fun. You know what? Never mind. Let's do one more cast. Let's see what might be out there. Before we do, let's see if we got any skill points. We don't. Let's see. Where? Try over here. Let's see if it tells me there's no fish in this area. That's good enough. And not. It ain't saying. Well, we got one. Looks like a rainbow trout. Oh hell, I was hoping I'd catch a big old one that needs the net. almost 2 hours in. I ain't saying nothing about no fish here big enough. Let me see what kind of hooks I can go up to. Let's see, we're at 7 to 30 pounds. Oh, pumpkin seed. Oh, crap. Let's see if I can change this so I can... Oh, hell yeah. Let's go up to something serious. If we're gonna catch a fish, might as well at least go for a big one. Well, I'm thinking about going to buy a little bit more bait. I ain't seeing too big. So that means there's a fish around here somewhere that's big enough for this and it attract them. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, big boy. Come on. Hook is proper. Wait for a bite. That's right. Fight. Fight. Come on, fight. Fight. Yep, you hit the bank. Please don't just rapidly turn around and just decide to dart back for the darn bank. I almost certainly snapped the darn line at 57. Alright. Yep, he's going back. He's going back. He's tired again. Come on, come on, come on. Boop! 18 pounds. Well, there you go. That's everything I can teach you. And we did all that with 8-pound test line. We hooked that sucker and brought him in with 8-pound test line. Yeah, they went against the bank. They went against the bank, I'll give you that. And they kept retreating, they kept pulling. But if I had a reel that had, let's say like this one here, I could adjust it a little bit more fine-tunedly, got it a little bit closer to the red, probably put more drag on him and possibly stopped him without breaking the line. But and I could also went to a heavier gauge line, let's say like this braid here. It's a little bit heavier line, a little bit more expensive. But at the end of the day, I literally caught another fish that was like, what, 17, 18 pounds, something like that, with 8-pound test line on a level 1 rod, a level 4 reel, and level 3 fishing line. So that's it for the day. And here's another thing that's good for you. Encyclopedias are your best friend. If you look right here, it says best luring methods: straight, lift and drop, stop and go, twitching. See, I don't know how to do twitching, stop and go, lift and drop. I don't know how to do those. I don't know. But some of these want, let's say, straight, slow. Bull wants straight and slow, straight, lift and drop. And I think bulls, yeah, bulls are in there too. But if you notice, they all want straight. The only ones that might want slow is the bulls. The brooks want straight. The brown trouts want straight. Largemouth bass wants straight, slow, straight, stop and go, twitch, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Let's see, there's crappie, bluegill, 2 kilograms in weight. I need to look that up. 50 centimeters in length and 3 kilograms in weight. Damn, that's a big fish for a crappie. I've caught a couple of those in real life. They fight pretty hard. But I hope y'all enjoyed yourself. I hope this taught y'all a little something. I hope that it makes you better fishermen in the game. Good night.